double bag it.
Yeah, there you go. And you know what? The only thing is you don't want to get hit too clean too often because you will face punchers, especially Kevin will face punchers in that loaded 140 division. So
yeah, absolutely, man. You're right. You know, I think I'm gonna call out my man Joe Rogan. That it's like a punch card. You know, you have a card, and there's only so many you can punch.
Correct.
Before you run out. You know,
That's right.
and to me, that I completely relate to that. As a younger fighter, I took decent shots.
Okay.
But then towards the end of my career, I could not, for the love of it, take any shot. You know, it was hard. You know, so I'm completely with that analogy. So going back to what you just said, you don't want to take too many of those shots.
Correct, and no one knows the punch count till it comes.
Till it's there.
And
yeah.
It's too late, you know. Coming out is Japetli Yamido, Filipino. A standout amateur. 127 amateur fights. Was hoping to go to the Olympic trials, but they said there was too much politics involved, and they said, you know what? We're not going to wait for 2024 Olympics. By then, we'll be chasing a world title. That's their thinking.
Yeah, like ultimately, as an amateur, you and you already come in with pretty much like a doctorate, you know what I mean?
Correct, that's right.
And some fighters come in with a bachelor's. As for some TJ fighters, they probably come in with a high school diploma at best.
Your three judges scoring this bout in ringside. Sus tres jueces.
We go to Pablo
Max Zúñiga La Bandera, Sergio Lechuga y Alejandro Rochín. And your referee in charge, su referee para este combate, Ángel Méndez. Introducing the fighter standing in the blue corner. He wears blue and silver. He officially weighs in at 127 pounds. Presentando ustedes en la esquina azul, con pantaloncillo color azul con plata, con un peso de 126 libras. He stands with 3 professional bouts. Cuenta con 3 combates profesionales de Tlaquepaque, Jalisco. Jonathan Gonzalez. And his opponent across the ring in the red corner. He wears blue and black.
Right.
He officially weighs in the same 126 pounds. Y su rival en la esquina roja, pantaloncillo color azul con negro, con un peso idéntico de 126 libras. He stands with a record of 1 victory against no defeats. Cuenta con un récord de 1 victoria y 0 derrotas. Hailing out of Norwalk, California, USA, Pafetli Liamiro. And here's to give out the final instructions, your referee in charge. Para dar las indicaciones finales, Ángel Méndez. 4 rounds, 4 saltos.
Gentlemen, you were given the instructions at the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Ya se le dieron las instrucciones en el camerino. Protéjanse a todo momento. Sigan las instrucciones, que ganen mejor. Good luck to you both. Touch him up.
So as we kick off our first swing bout of the evening, Japetli Yamido versus Jonathan Gonzalez. And if the folks at home don't know what a swing bout is, I'm going to inform you guys. I want to keep you guys informed. As a professional fighter, so these guys, Japetli Yamido, 1-0. Jonathan Gonzalez, 0-2. Typically at the beginning of your career, you're most likely going to be placed in swing bouts. What swing bouts means, ladies and gentlemen,
Chin to be tucked a little lower.
I see that as well.
He's going to dominate a lot of his opponents in the early part of his career. You just don't want to get caught by one.
You know what's funny? We spoke to him earlier in the fighter meeting, and we asked him, because he's 1-0, and we don't really have forward on him.
And countering him. Look, he got the little Roy Jones showboating going on there.
There you go. I like that.
From Norwalk, California, Japeth Lee Yamiro. Remember that name. Those quick twitches like a Mayweather. You see the quick pull counter?
Might be a little too early to compare, but
No, I'm just saying he probably picked that up and trying to emulate it. Yeah.
I see it. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
But yeah, man, he's got fast hands, and in a boxing match, like I mentioned earlier, when Jorge Brito fought Juan de Jesus Angulo, time will tell, and class will tell.
Correct.
That's what I meant to say. Class will tell.
I see.
You know what I mean?
As the fight progresses.
As the fight progresses.
I see.
And right here at the beginning, you see right here these guys are closely matched, but it seems like Japeth Lee is gonna take off.
Yeah, correct.
It seems like it. I'm not gonna say that's what's gonna happen, but it seems like it. My experience, my knowledge, I'm trying to put it together. And he definitely threw some good body shots, as we can see right here in the replay. That one right there, he felt it.
Yeah, he definitely felt that. One thing I saw right there was he's been fighting with his hands down off and on, but when he's in close quarters, he has them high. So I've always liked that in a fighter, and he right away gets started with the jab here.
And that right there, you're understanding distance.
That's right.
You know where you're at. You know where you should be doing. And that's good, man. That's exactly what you want to see from a young fighter.
Definitely.
I like it, man. He's.
Yeah, I like his style. Boxing. Sometimes.
And he's coming forward.
Yeah.
He's coming forward. He's aggressive.
Good uppercuts, keeping the head moving.
And one more thing that I like to teach to my young fighters is that jab to the body. We don't see that often.
Correct.
And you mentioned Floyd earlier.
Oh,
Floyd
yeah.
used to do that a lot.
Definitely.
He used to just pick at you.
Yeah, definitely.
Open you up,
and
just jab you to the body.
And even if it doesn't hurt, it's a subconscious thing to a fighter to know I'm getting hit.
It's bothering you.
Correct.
More than anything,
Correct.
It's bothering you.
And Andre Ward also did that, and
yeah.
it can suck the wind out of you if you don't breathe right at the right time, right in that solar plex.
And a little acknowledgement from Gonzalez, like, yeah, you got me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we got a correction. It looks like Lee is from East LA, not Norwalk. Either way, he's representing very well here.
So he looks like a Los Angeles Charger for sure. You can correct me.
If it's wrong.
Japeth Lee, you can correct me if you like. But I'm pretty sure you're a LA Charger fan. So why we see such good technique, the trainer of Japeth Lee Yamiro, former trainer of Bobby Pacquiao.
Correct. Yeah, so that tells you the schooling he's getting,
Yeah, he's just staying sharp. Freddie Norwood, just staying sharp, has experience and knowledge in his corner.
That's right. Hey, Chris, to develop a fighter, how important is it to have a coach and trainer like that?
Well, you want the guidance, more than anything, right? But when you have somebody that's been to the top of the hill, they can get you there as well, right. And it gives you confidence. More than anything, it just gives you the confidence. Hey, listen, my guy knows what he's talking about.
That's true. And one thing too is you might not know what it looks like as a young fighter at the top of the hill from the view from up there, but as long as your coach he can tell you what.
Yeah. to touch back on the champ, Deontay Wilder. That confidence was taken from him, man.
Correct.
You have to give props to Tyson Fury.
I agree. I believe a lot of it was taken before the fight because Fury wasn't letting up on any remarks or anything in any aspect before the fight.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't. That resounding confidence that he
normally carries. And also that 40-pound suit didn't help either, you know. But they also showed him training. They also showed him training in a 40-pound weight vest. So
that I don't know, man. but you listen. I'm gonna give my assessment right now. There's a little bit low in the action here of that fight. So Tyson Fury just had a brilliant game plan. Wilder cannot fight going backwards. He's used to being the stalker,
being
coming
feared
forward. So I said this to one of my friends.
Good
shout out to Victor.
And around definitely showing a maturity for a fighter who's only second pro fight.
And that was almost very bad if that last shot would have connected.
Yeah, definitely.
While he was down. There's not that much time left. See if he can close the show. 15 seconds.
10-second mark. Still walking him down. Double left.
Gonzalez did the right thing there at the end. Just, hey, live to fight another day.
Yeah.
Took back steps. Twirled around the ring. Come out for the third round. Excuse me, the fourth round. You know what? This fight has been so good. It went by fast, and that's what you get with the lighter weights.
That's right. And you know what? It looks like the corner of Hernandez is telling him like, "Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on here? Are you okay?"
They seem to be assessing the situation. He seems to be fine. He seems to be responding. Is Gonzalez going to come out for the fourth and final round?
Ladies and gentlemen, Boristeca Boxing presents round number 4, your final round. Damas y caballeros, este es el round número 4. El último round.
Here we are, final round. Japeth Lee Yamiro, remember the name. Oh, a lead hook. Oh, and Hernandez showing some fight in him.
Showing some fight, but Japeth Lee throwing in between those shots.
That's right.
That's what you want. You want to fight. You want to throw punches in between your opponent's shots if they're wide.
Definitely, absolutely. Oh.
And turns back to orthodox.
He's really digging in for that body.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to
there it is again.
Yeah, he seemed to hurt him there with that last body shot. But what I was going to say is, like for the corner, to tell him to stop it, because why would you? He's having success, you know?
Correct.
But typically you tell your fighter, hey, what are you doing? Turn it back around. You're not Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, for real.
But you know what? Yamido's doing it fine. He's
definitely. Yeah, he don't stop. That jab's just like a piston that just keeps going. Oh, that's straight to the shoulder.
Another body shot, and I'm starting to hurt for Gonzalez over here. And those shots from Gonzalez don't seem to have too much energy, man.
Yeah.
What does that do to a fighter, Simon? If you're not really like landing hard, but you're just touching him. What does that do to you?
Well, you know what? It can create frustration, but it's to me it's a sign of dominance. That look, I can hit you, I can hit you, I can hit you, I can hit you. They might not even hurt. I've been hit by guys who jabbed or were really busy. It isn't good getting a hit. You know.
I think I agree with that. The little sign of dominance, just touch, because it doesn't seem like Gonzalez is going anywhere. You know, Yamido's having a hard time as far as trying or getting him out there.
Yeah, he's outclassing him, but this guy's just a tough guy. Some people are just born tough. They got that grit in them.
Yeah, sometimes a little too tough for their own good.
Yeah, that's right.
With all those body shots landed by Yamido, Gonzalez might wake up tomorrow with a little blood in the urine.
Yeah, see, and I would say standing this close to a puncher like Yamido, things like that are going to happen. You're going to get touched.
And right before the round ends, the last round, Yamido closes the show.
Pulled out the knockout. Pulled it off.
But it was the body work, man.
Exactly. I like this kid.
And if we can get because those were hard shots, man. Those were definitely hard shots.
Definitely.
So here we see the second knockdown in round number 3. Just complete dominance from Yamido. And we see it right here.
There's that jab to the body you talked about. Oh. That's that, man. Touch and load up.
Yeah.
Pablo Flores in the ring.
This bout comes to an end officially with a time at 2 minutes and 49 seconds in the fourth and final round. Damas y caballeros, tenemos el tiempo oficial 2:49 en el cuarto y último asalto. Declaring your winner by the way of KO victory. Su vencedor por la vía del knockout from Norwalk, California, USA. Jeffrey Liamiro.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we approach our final bout of the evening, not the main event, because the main event was Kevin Torres versus Alejandro Almada. But for all you viewers that did not hear my little speech earlier, this is the last swing bout of the evening, the last swing bout. We have Adrian Alvarado against Guadalupe Garcia from Sonora, Mexico. And I want to let everybody know that Adrian Alvarado is from East LA, because we had Norwalk in our paperwork earlier. Not from Norwalk, East LA.
Correct. And he's training at a Maywood boxing gym, and I believe the Molina twins train there. A lot of good pros are out in that. They get a lot of action, a lot of sparring over there.
Yeah, absolutely. The Maywood Boxing Club, very prominent boxing club out of LA. Let's just say LA County, right?
Definitely, yeah. Making his way to the rings, Guadalupe Garcia from Sonora, Mexico. You know, it's something to see when you see a fighter walk in the ring at the very beginning. His confidence doesn't look too high.
You mean at the beginning of their career?
No, I'm talking about the guy who just walked in at the beginning of the fight. You know, this guy Garcia is showing low confidence. We'll see what happens.
So as we hear it from the truck, I'm going to reiterate the fact that Adrian Alvarado is from East LA. And the third one in a row, Simon, He's most likely a LA Charger fan.
Oh, man, probably.
As we bring it to Pablo Flores.
Damas y caballeros, Buristeca Boxing Promotions presenta este último encuentro pactado a 4 rounds en la división de peso Super Gallo. Ladies and gentlemen, our last bout of the evening is set for 4 rounds of boxing in the Super Bantamweight division. Your 3 judges scoring this bout in ringside. Sus 3 jueces, Sergio Lechuga, Max Zúñiga La Bandera y el internacional Alejandro Rochín. And your third man in charge of the action, su referee a cargo de ese combate, Ángel Méndez. Presentando ustedes en la esquina azul, con pantaloncillo color negro con plata, con un peso de 122 libras. Introducing the fighter standing in the blue corner, wearing black and silver. He officially weighs in 122 pounds. He stands with 4 professional bouts, 4 combates profesionales de Agua Prieta, Sonora, México. Guadalupe García. And his opponent across the ring in the red corner. He wears red and white. He officially weighs in the same, 122 pounds. Y su rival en la esquina roja, pantaloncillo color rojo con blanco, con un peso idéntico de 122 libras. He stands with a record of 1 victory against no defeats. Cuenta con un récord de 1 victoria y 0 derrotas. Hailing out of Norwalk, California, USA, Adrián Alvarado. And now to give out the final instructions, Ángel Méndez. 4 saltos.
As we begin our final bout of the evening in the Super Bantamweight division, we have Adrián Alvarado versus Guadalupe Garcia of Sonora, Mexico.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling the suede or velvet trunks there and the Under Armour boxing shoes. Oh, and he puts them on. Puts them on the mat quick.
You know what, Simon? I didn't even see that shot. I was looking away. I was in the transition of looking at the monitor and looking up at the ring. So I can't tell you what that shot was.
You know what I noticed? He has that snap on his punch.
And a good comeback from Garcia after getting put down.
Yeah, Alvarado was actually helping out Carlos Cuadras in some sparring. So that shows you the opposition he's used to being in there with.
I mean, oh.
Looks like they
So the referee's going to call it a knockdown. And I believe it was. It was a quick, short right hand. And see if we can see it on the replay in between rounds. Oh. If Garcia makes it out of this round. It doesn't seem like he will. And the referee puts an end to it.
Yeah, that was...
I mean, good showing from Adrián Alvarado. You did what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. And there you have it. 2-0. Adrián Alvarado.
Of East Los Angeles.
Definitely. I like this kid.
Very young fighter. Told us in the fighter meeting he has 70 amateur fights.
Yeah.
That's good. That's
definitely.
It's a decent amount of amateur fights.
Yeah,
definitely. For example, you're a professional fighter. How many amateur fights did you have, Simon?
Me? I had 20.
20.
I started late, so they were all with men.
Yeah. No. I understand. Just so the crowd gets a feel of what it is to be a seasoned amateur.
Correct.
Coming in to be a good pro. Because He looked great.
Yeah, and he has the advantage from all that. And what a lot of people don't take into account as well is 70 amateur fights. How much sparring do you need for that amount of fights?
Absolutely, yeah. Tons of sparring, I assume.
With a time of 1 minute and 39 seconds of the very first round. Tenemos el tiempo oficial 1:39 del primer asalto. Declaring your winner by the way of KO victory. Su vencedor por la vía del knockout. Norwalk, California represents Adrián Alvarado. Y los queremos invitar la próxima función de Boristeca Boxing Promotions en el 4 Points by Sheraton en San Diego, California. Allá nos vemos el siguiente mes de abril, 3 de abril, viernes 3 de abril. Muchísimas gracias a la comisión, patrocinadores, al Big Punch Arena. Se despide de ustedes su seguro servidor, Pablo Flores. Dios los bendiga y nos vemos hasta la próxima.
So, a good emphasis at the end of the night, closing the show, Adrián Alvarado from East Los Angeles. I got you, my man. I know we had a little mishap on our notes. We all had the same papers. Pablo Flores had the same papers. Called you out of Norwalk. You're not from Norwalk, my man. You're from East Los Angeles. You're a Charger fan, as am I. Tonight, wonderful fights, man.
Yeah. We
saw
had
some knockouts. We had some good competitive fights. I think just about everything.
Yeah, you know what? We've seen some lesser opposition do more than we expected them to do. The unorthodox part of them, the very unconventional way of fighting, gave the how could I say, the higher level fighters something to deal with.
Yes.
Something, somewhat of a challenge in that aspect.
And somewhat of a challenge. Like Jorge Brito got a good challenge fighting a guy that was a little taller than him.
That's right.
Something that is not what you see when you're a 6'2" welterweight. You see a guy taller than you. That doesn't happen.
It's not usual.
But tonight was a good night of boxing, best in boxing. We hope that you guys are here with us for our next showing. I hope Marcos, my man Marcos Villegas, is here with us in the next broadcast. Couldn't make it here tonight. He's moving on to bigger and better things. Congratulations, Marcos.
Congratulations.
My man here, Simon Torres. We had good chemistry. It was good. Good knowledge of the sport for both you and me. And we had an excellent card today. Best in boxing. This is what it's about. Seeing the prospects that you don't see the progress at the beginning, but you're seeing it here on Best in Boxing.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. And you know what? One thing we could take away from this is even though some of the opposition wasn't all that, it still gives the higher level fighter a chance to go through camp, make weight, get all their nutrition right, prepare for the fight, be under the lights, and knowing you're being watched on TV.
Yeah, absolutely. You get that experience. You do that whole fight camp. Like you said, you make the weight. You're here under the bright lights. Some fights in particular, I believe it was James Earl. I'm sorry, my man. You didn't have the best showing. I mean, you
Great
obliterated
showing,
your opponent.
Great showing.
Obliterated. But it wasn't the best showing from your opponent. But once again, guys, thank you. We had a wonderful showing, Best in Boxing. My name is Chris Martin, here with Simon Torres.
We're signing off.
Had a wonderful show here today. Very proud of the show that Boristeca put on tonight.
That's right.